It's Week 8 of the National Football League.
And all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He comes in 5th in passing touchdowns so far.
It's the Ravens and the Browns.
And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They work now on 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season. Currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. You look at this Browns defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Second down and 8. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. And now they're in the hurry-up. Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 20 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect there was more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Faking the give, now Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Stevens right there to break up the throw. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They begin with Henry.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Henry out of the pistol. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Ravens at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Inside handoff, Henry. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first down.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
A first down carry for Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
2nd and 7.
They go play action with Jackson, being chased out left. Fighting through pressure. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now it's Jackson. Shifts by at the 15. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things had not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
Now hang on here because following that play, it looks like Amari Cooper is in some distress. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Chubb on the read option.
Shreds the tackle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. 45 yards.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
York now for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Looking deep here for Flowers.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Jordan Stout now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Watson, off play action. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the second half, the NFL record for single game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
From the 38 now, here's second and a couple.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Their entire offense has been centered on him, and he's been carrying the load with ease. 100 yards rushing in a game for a quarterback is rare. In a single half, darn near a masterpiece.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Watson now to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And that one so far deadlocked at 17 in the second quarter. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Dolphins trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10. The Browns were given a solid performance in that first half from their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland, and to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Now Chubb running right.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Watson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Off of play action, it's Watson. The 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Chubb. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The York on now for the extra point.
And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill shedding the tackle.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He's got a rushing touchdown of the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews 28 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They begin this drive with Chubb.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
The Browns send out their punter now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The visitors' offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
He'll get it up near midfield at a 49 before being taken down. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Play action. It's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews with now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And the Browns getting set to go. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
He's got the connection to Moore.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
This to make it a 2-score game.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Jackson on the move to his left.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And nothing but daylight ahead.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Henry running right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll send one of those two tight ends in motion. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Browns set to take over.
Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Down to the 42, second down.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Watson, option left.
And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory. That last run, one of many that we've seen from him, and it's going to be the one that breaks Colin Kaepernick's single-game record of 181 rushing yards, set back in the divisional round of the playoffs in January of 2013. Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Browns,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.